JamieStarr here, New World News Network. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, check the links below, all the usual stuff. So, did you know America is a white supremacist country? It's run by white supremacy. It's systemic, that's the word. So it's like interwoven into everything, the ether. I mean, Trevor Noah said our legal system is a relic of slavery. So, I mean, it's everywhere. You can find it everywhere. And things that you may think are just seemingly innocent, you know, are actually white power symbols. At least that's what I'm hearing. You had this article, 2 members of the alt-right accused of making white supremacist hand signs in White House after receiving press passes. So you go down, you had this chick from Fusion, Emma Roller, just 2 people doing a white power hand gesture in the White House. So I saw this, and then I automatically thought, well, hey, I've known of people saying this was like an Illuminati symbol for forever, and they've been like putting out pictures like this, where like Barack Obama's doing it, Britney Spears, Beyonce, she's doubling up right there. Pharrell, Lil Wayne, lots of black people down with the white power. It's mind-boggling at first. And then, you know, I saw this article. Jay-Z and Beyonce inspire white power symbol, claims alt-right. And then I thought about it, looking at all of this. I mean, look at how much Beyonce just reps that white power. She is like the queen of white supremacy. And I mean, it really makes a lot of sense, because if you look at her, I mean, she's always got this like white girl hair, blonde hair, you know, her skin is always very light. I don't think either of her parents are light-skinned, which my nieces and nephews are all mulatto. Let's look up her parents real quick, because I just want to make sure I'm right about this. I'm fucking things up. Beyonce's parents. But so anyway, oh well, I guess the mom is pretty light. Yeah, that could make sense. Okay, so forget I was saying that. I guess I imagine Tina Knowles being a couple shades darker. So anyway, but Beyonce. This blonde hair, white girl hair, throwing up white power signs. And it really makes sense because, you know, in a way, Beyonce is like a weapon of mass destruction towards the black community. And unfortunately, a lot of the black community is a little too indoctrinated to even realize. They have this mindset of, you know, you can throw us scraps and we're just going to rejoice in the fact that you gave us anything, because they don't think they can create on their own. I mean, that's the whole underlying thing of Black Lives Matter. We can't do for ourselves. We need white people to take care of us. Give us your money. Give us a baby. Give me my bottle. I mean, it's baby shit. That's all it is. Not to say there aren't actual grievances, but generally, we've been on a trajectory where what's posed as a solution tends to be the problem. So while Beyonce is out there trying to encourage all you women to be independent, single women, and I don't need a man, but you just need his sperm to be a baby mama and then collect some money from him and use the government to bully him around. Yeah, real independent. Sure. She's off making millions, fucking, you know, appeasing her Jewish record label owners. That's the other thing. And no matter how much Jay-Z and Beyonce and all of them want to say, I'm a boss. Here's the reality. They're not. They have bosses. That's all there is to it. There's always a boss. Oh, Jay-Z owns Tidal? Yeah, okay. The FCC can shut that down. The government owns the airwaves. There's always a boss. You're not this self-aggrandizement. I mean, that's why they get accused of being Satanists, besides always repping Aleister Crowley and all this other nonsense. But, you know, Beyonce is there to sort of create this inferiority complex in black women. That they are, you know, that if they found a strong black man and did what she did, oh, well, then they wouldn't be living their life as per the Queen Bey and what she tells you to do. So first off, she's a hypocrite. I mean, how many songs, unless if she's talking about, like, these sexual references, like, I'll never forget when I called up my friend Cans, who's a rapper. Check out his music, Cans Music, Cans Music 845, just put out a new album. You can find it on iTunes. Greatest rapper you'll ever hear. I always made sure to tell him every chance I could get, you're not a rapper, you're a musician. You're set aside from these morons. But anyway, so I called him up this one day, and I'm like, listen, man, I'm listening to this fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce song, and I keep hearing the cigars on ice. I don't get it. And he just sort of laughed at me. He was like, oh, she's talking about sucking a dick with an ice cube in her mouth. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. But of course I'm white, so my penis isn't like cigar looking. So that one just flew over my head. That's my personal naivete. But Beyonce, evil incarnate. And as for that whole bit, as you can see, Lady Gaga, the Beatles, everyone, I mean, and this is part of what kind of cracks me up, is that you can sort of have people over and over and over see the same thing. And here's Justin Timberlake. Here's Kevin Spacey. You can see people see the same thing and extract completely different meanings from it. You know, if you were to ask me, oh, what's that? That's the symbol for the Bloods. That's a gang sign for the Bloods. Now you have the Illuminati conspiracy. Oh, well, that's 666. And then you have the white supremacy conspiracy. Oh, well, that's white power. And it's all, you know, it's like how I say, you know, the black people think the whites are running the world. The white people think the Jews are running the world. You know, this group thinks that group's running the world. And it's all this sort of finger pointing at everyone else, and it just goes in a circle. And until you step out of that circle and say, you know what? I mean, and here's another thing, actually. Another story involving Cans, oddly enough. Cans was at work one day, reading a book. The cover of the book gave away that it was about Freemasonry. And some guy who we worked with came up to him and was asking him questions about it. You know, oh my God, are you a Mason? They're running the world. Are they, you know, controlling everyone and this, and that? And he just goes to him and says, so, which Mason's assigned to ruin your life? And the guy's, you know, taken back. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Who's assigned to ruin your life? Well, that's what you're implying, that they're controlling everything, that they're rigging everything, that they've stacked the deck against you. So, which Masons are ruining your life, or are you doing that on your own? And that's the reality of it. You know, there are some things where I can say you have a point, and you might have a case. You know, as far as predatory monetary lending systems, usury, the whole banking thing, and Jews. But I mean, again, that's bankers. That's like, yeah, they might be Jews, but it's bankers doing it. It's not like the rabbi from down the block is fucking in on it. Like, it's the bankers that are doing it. They just happen to be Jewish as well. Slavery is an interesting one because blacks and whites were getting down on that, but suddenly everyone's forgotten that. But anyway, Beyonce's white supremacy. And meme the shit out of this. I mean, I'll get into this in the other videos, but this whole idea that this was a white power sign is a 4chan trolling hoax. But I think we should run with it, because this is how we're going to take them out. And I'm going to do a video on Mike Cernovich and them doing it following this. But I just want to sort of put out this Beyonce's white supremacy so I can make a sort of clickbaity one. I'm really going to start trying to upload more videos, and a handful that are going to sound clickbaity and sort of bring in things for shock value, because we all know YouTube is now stacking the deck against us. So we're going to have to do things to push back. So if anyone wants to criticize me for being sensationalist or anything like that, or want to say that I'm a performance artist, or have fun, because I don't give a fuck what you say. So anyway, have a good one, everyone. Take care, subscribe, check the links, do it up. Good night.